another video for me by me as a reminder of who I am. And apparently I'm a man of advanced age. So let me turn my hat around and pretend that I'm not. All right, let's start off with this one. And a reminder of a leave. And what does a leave do? It's supposed to help you deal with excessive pain and other joints and other crap like that. It says its strength lasts 12 hours and then it runs away. Then I have potassium pills because if you're on a keto diet, then you probably will lose potassium. My wife shared her potassium pills with me. That was sweet of her, wasn't it? Oh, Loratadon. Well, yep. Whatever that is. You see that one? I think that one's for high cholesterol. Oh. Vitamin D. Yep, the cornerstone of everybody's being. You have to be in the sun. And really, even in the sun, they say you don't get enough, so you have to have vitamin D. Fortifies the bones. Oh, finasteride tablets. This one. This is for the one that if you have a prostate the size of a grapefruit, I'm pretty sure that's the one that does that one. It's supposed to shrink it down. Here we go. Lipotic. What is that? How do you say that? Lipotic? Lunatic? Lipotic? I don't know. Acid. That is supposed to help the nerve endings, I believe, and help me deal with neuropathy. Okay, the famous gabapentin. Okay, gabapentin, 400 milligrams. 400 milligrams of gabapentin is supposed to help with neuropathy. Keto Max 800. Keto Max 800 is to help me to get into ketosis where I can lose the tonnage that I have on me. When I can work on losing this 75 pounds and get down to where my feet will tolerate the weight and offset the reverse effects I'm having with peripheral neuropathy. TrueWell is also one of those deals you can buy to help you with neuropathy. Okay, it's a herbal concoction, and they get you on there for sign you up for a free sample, and then they charge you $39.99 a month until you can get them to shut it off, which sometimes is next to impossible unless you just say, "Hey, leave me alone." Zinc. Okay, zinc, one of the cornerstones to fight against, the old dreaded COVID-19. Okay. Tamsulosin. What in the world? Why couldn't they just come up with something easy to say besides doing that? Is that why you're a doctor? Is you have words that no one can, or say no one, people like me challenged with the alphabet can't pronounce. Well, that one is to shrink down the prostate area and relax the sphincter where an old man can pee. I believe that's what that one's for. Calcium again. Now this calcium supplement, this is to fortify the bones in case you fall down, break something. Then it may not kill you, because if you're old and you fall down and break something, you might die. You'll get pneumonia and you'll be out of it. Here's another one that I can't pronounce. It's atenolol chlorophyllidone. Takes 1 tablet by mouth every day for high blood pressure. Another one that I can't pronounce. I'm supposed to write all this stuff down to every other doctor that I go see. Okay, now I got 2 of those things of this A10. I'll just call it A10, okay? And then we're going over here to the albuterol, okay, inhaler. Okay, that. that was the direct results of having COVID-19 and having a leftover residual thing in my life called asthma, which I never had before. Now take a gander at that. See that? Here's the aerial view. Look at all that crap. All right. All of that in the side of just about, I guess it started when I was about close to 50. Started off with a simple little uh, blood pressure pill. And then it just went on from there. You know, it goes to the blood pressure. Then it goes to get a prostate problem. Then you have a blood problem. Then you have hormonal issues. And then, man, I tell you what, the body just begins to, come apart. And then, not only that, then you look. I used to have flaming red hair that looked like it would never leave me. No, nope. I had hair I could have shared my hair with the world and still had plenty, but not anymore. Now it looks like that? Just like straw, one of those, silk, corn silk's what it looks like. Look at that, corn silk. I put some texture stuff in it. I don't know why I did that, but I did it, and now it feels like greasy corn silk. Well, and then this thing used to be really deep, dark, burgundy-looking color, and now it's snow white. You can call me, well, can't call me Santa Claus because I don't have a full beard. But anyway, I use this thing because it camouflages this thing here, turkey neck. No one wants to have turkey neck, unless you're a turkey. And that's a sign of something if you're a gobbler and you have a big old... Anyway, have to look across all this stuff. And you're supposed to remember to get up and take this every day, or at least spread it out during the day. And sometimes just don't feel like doing it, You just say, don't want to do it. And then go stand in there and go to the bathroom and you'll went, man, I wished I would have done that. Wished I'd have taken that pill because here I stand. It's like waiting at the airport for a plane that's late for arrival. Except for you can't sit down. You just got to stand there and wished you'd brought the phone. We could listen to some, some music or so. And heaven forbid if you go to a crowded place where people are waiting in line to use the restroom and you're standing there with prostate trouble. Oh, that's the material right there for a stand-up comic. I'm guarantee you. Come on, Grandpa. What's the problem up there? Tie a knot in it, Grandpa. Get out of the way. Hey, first time you get called Grandpa by somebody that's not your grandchild, that's a pretty damn insulting, It just makes you want to bow up and body slam them right there in the toilet, Stick their head down in the toilet and flush it a few times. And maybe, just maybe, there was an extra surprise that was left in there by the last patron for them to think about. But no. We're called to be tranquil, peaceful, loving. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. Yeah. And you got to love God above all things. So you don't be doing that to people. Don't even be thinking that. Because if you think it, that's just as good as doing it. That's one thing about the Bible that I never really quite understood. Yeah, I really didn't. I still don't. Is if you think it, you might as well do it. Because it's just as good as done. Well, that'll get you in trouble right there, right off. I'll tell you that right quick. Because if you start thinking along those lines, you thought, well, I thought it, I might as well go ahead and do it. And no. There's degrees of sinfulness, okay? Yeah, there are definitely degrees of sinfulness. And so you got to watch out for that. Don't be thinking just because you thought it, you ought to go ahead and do it, because that right there is the seed in the mind. The mind is where everything is brought to bear, good and bad, inside the brain. Is if I say brain, I don't want to call it the brain. I think it's more than that. No, it's much more than that. The creative center of who we are, the being who we are, the eternal person that resides within this flesh. That is the creative power. That right there is what it is. There is the rest, the creativeness of a person, of mankind, the creation, to be able to create things. That's part of us that's like God, that creates, that gives life to. We have a thought, and we bring forth that thought, we bring it into action, we bring it into being, into this material world. It came from nothing, really. It came from nothingness that resides within us. And then we bring it into the physical being, and to be able to see it, feel it, touch it, smell it, and all those things. So where do we really reside? Do we reside here in the physical, or do we reside in the nothingness? I don't, it's too much for me to understand. I don't understand a lot of the quantum physics. I don't understand much of anything in this world. I wished I'd have been born smarter, or at least given the ability to think things out totally and not get tired and just stop and say, it's not worth the effort. You end up, I always say you, meaning I, end up disappointed in myself because I can't figure out what it's all about. Now, ultimately, I know it's about God and the creation. It's about that. I can't accept nothingness, that we're just here by random chance. I think it takes someone that's, what would I call them? I want to call them stupid. It's not really stupid. I think maybe their ego won't allow them to think about anything that's bigger than them, or that they don't understand. Maybe it's just simpler to just lead this life through and not think about the before or the after, or what existed before. I mean, there's so many conflicting things that I've learned in the last, maybe not learned, but heard, I've entertained. That things that bother me. I mean, why can there be evidence of giants in the land? I mean, was it Abraham Lincoln that even spoke of giants? I mean, there's old newspaper clippings of giants. I mean, people that lived long ago, in their head is like, almost the size of the length of a full-grown man. I mean, teeth that are as big as your head in size. And yet, we deny that. Or we look across structures and buildings and things that, how in the world did this happen? Well, where did they come from? Just the 1900 World's Fair exhibit, for example. How in the world did that happen? The buildings that were constructed there only to be torn down, appeared that they were there before. I just don't understand all of this. I don't understand it. I don't even understand the church. I understand what we've been given to believe versus what may possibly be there. There may so much more, to believe, and so much more to learn. It's incredible, and there's so little time to begin to even think about this that we have in this world. It's overwhelming to a simple-minded person like myself. I don't like to think about myself as being simple-minded or ignorant, but in so many ways I am, and this is really confounding, because I think that really the true me is so much more than what I know, and I just haven't been able to tap into it. And I really do want to. I would like to. Have you ever had a moment of clarity when you knew everything and everything seemed so simple? I mean, it's just like this. I mean, it doesn't last a millisecond. I mean, it's like an aha moment when you've possibly been asleep and you think, oh my God, it's all so simple. Yes, yes, and you understand everything. And then with a moment, you forget it all, you know nothing again. It's like everything gets erased. We always have this slate that just has a good portion of it wiped out. Just can't grasp it. Oh, well, this one is definitely meant for me, talking to me, about me, and I may put it on YouTube just for the fact that no one really looks at it but me. And I can keep it there and keep it for me to look at later on. And it's like free storage. All right, well, goodbye to me. I guess I need to try to get to work, see what I can do. All right, signing off.